Hope you're all doing great. If you enjoy DOS gaming but have modern or semi-modern hardware instead of period correct components, then this video is for you. I'm sure you'll find it quite useful. I've been working on modifying a few programs over the last couple of months, but before going into that, let me give you a little context. Most DOS games used to support Sound Blaster cards, and on modern systems you can play them with working audio using Sound Blaster emulation software like VSBHDARB or SBMU, and both of these are amazing programs. Now, there are many games that have in-game audio, like weapon sounds, item pickup sounds, player sounds, and so on. But apart from this in-game audio, they also have what is called CD audio, which can be the game music, the soundtracks, or ambient sounds that really enhance the gameplay experience. And examples of such games are Quake, Carmageddon, Tomb Raider, and so on. And so far, it has not been possible to have DOS CD audio in modern systems because that requires an analog connection between the CD drive and the sound card. But on top of that, it also needs a sound card with native DOS drivers. Plus, it also needs compatible period correct motherboards. So, at least in modern systems, it's usually not possible to have that CD audio capability in DOS. And emulation software like VSBHDA, they support digital audio only. Let me quickly show you what that's like. Suppose you have a game CD, like for example Quake, and Quake has both the regular game data as well as the in-game it has the regular game data including the in-game digital audio, and apart from that it also has several audio tracks which constitute the CD audio. Alright, so to use that game CD you would need to load a CD driver. So let me just quickly open config.sys. And as you can see, I'm using the UIDEJR CD driver with N1 and UX flags. And this driver works well for me, so I would recommend it, but you can use whatever works best for you and your system. And we're using this label MSCD001. Next, you would generally use a program like shsucd to assign the CD drive to a drive letter. So right now, if I go to D, you can see, right, it's not assigned to anything. It's an invalid drive at this point. So I would run shsucdx along with the label. And this is what assigns the CD drive to the drive letter. Hope it makes sense so far. And now we can just load VSBHDA as well. So the commands to do so I've collected them in a batch file, VSB run. Right, you can see the last line that loads vanilla VSBHDA. So let me just run this. There we go. VSBHDA is loaded, it is enabled, and I have the Quake CD in my CD drive, and the game is already installed. So let me just double check. Yeah, there you go. So let's just run Quake. Let's launch the game, and I'll be silent so that you can hear what it's like. So as you saw, there was in-game audio like weapon sounds, enemy sounds, player sounds and so on, but there was no music and there were no ambient sounds. So that hopefully that gives you an idea so far of the current state of affairs. Now I've been working on modifying programs like shsucd and VSBHDA so that they support CD audio digitally. And in that case, you would not need period correct hardware or any kind of analog connection between CD drive and the sound card. Links to these modified versions are in the description, but before you try them out yourself, please make a backup of your DOS partition. I've tried these out on my main system and a few virtual PCs in 86 box, and there have been no issues so far. But it's not possible for me to test on all kinds of different hardware configurations. So just to be extra safe, please copy all your files from your DOS drive or partition to a backup folder before you try them out. Okay? With that out of the way, let me first unload the vanilla versions of VSBHDA and shsucdx. Oh, sorry. Right. Now let me load up the modified versions which have extra flags to enable CD audio, as you will see in a bit. So this folder contains the modified versions. I'll just load them up. Okay, so this A flag is set to 1 to enable digital CD audio, and next let's load the modified VSBHDA. Here's the script to start that. It's pretty much the same except the last line where you see we're using the CDA flag to enable CD audio and the CV flag sets the CD audio volume. Let's go ahead with this. So there you go, it prints a bunch of diagnostic information related to CD audio, and you can see CD audio is now enabled. And now let's run Quake again, and you can hear what that sounds like now. As you saw, the modified utilities allow the full DOS gameplay experience for games with CD audio, and you can now play them with both in-game sounds and their awesome soundtracks. And I'll showcase more extended gameplay of similar games under this setup in future videos. So yeah, there you have it. I hope this will make your DOS gaming experience more fun and more complete. And in the next video, I will cover another way you can use these modified utilities so that instead of the physical CD, you can get full digital plus CD audio from the game images themselves. So you don't need the physical CD, you can just do all this from using the CD image. So stay tuned for that, and take care.